Hi, my name is Marcus Bruno with Bruno Real Estate. I want to thank you for joining us on our class. What I want for you is to be able to purchase a home in Prince George's County with the least amount of money. And you can do that with this Prince George's County My Home Homeownership Assistance Program. And hopefully by the end of this brief class, you'll know exactly what it's going to take for you to purchase a home in Prince George's County with little money. Now, first off, let me tell you what to expect from the real estate market in the short term. All right. Zillow did a housing expectation survey, and they gathered a bunch of economists together, and they kind of all agreed on the same thing. First of all, they believe that mortgage rates are going to go up. Okay. And they also believe that there'll be a rising inventory in the near future. It's going to be a slowly rising inventory. Now, what that means to you is expect prices to remain about the same for the short term. Now, right now in Prince George's County, there are less than 2,000 homes for sale in the market. However, that amount again is rising slowly. In 2011, early 2011, there were 5,000 properties for sale. And of course, that was the buyer's market. The bubble burst early 2010, and that market had a flood of properties. But now, as the market got faster, more homes sold, now we're in this market where there really isn't a lot of properties on the market for sale at the moment. However, expect there to be more options for you in the near future. So let's talk about the My Home program. Now, originally in 2009, they came out with a program that would give buyers, first-time home buyers, remember, people that have bought a home who have never owned a home in the last 3 years anywhere. So again, Prince George's County wanted to encourage first-time home buyers, people that never owned a home or hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years. They want to give them some down payment and closing cost assistance, and the tune of 5% of the sales price. Now, they added another component to the My Home program called My Home 2, which gives $20,000 if you're purchasing a home in certain cities. And we'll go over those cities very soon. So generally, if you buy a home, it's going to cost you 8% of the sales price. And I'm talking about a FHA loan, 3.5% down. Most people are using that loan. So if you purchase a home, the closing costs and down payment requirement will be about 8% of the sales price. So if you're buying a $200,000 home, you're going to need a total of $16,000 to buy that home. So of course, my job as your real estate agent is to save you or make you money. So one place where I can save you money is, hey, let's get My Home to contribute $10,000 or $20,000 towards your closing or your down payment requirement. So this is the strategy here. So we're going to buy a home for $200,000 and you're going to need $16,000. Well, let's get you some assistance. So the My Home program is going to give you $10,000, right? The seller can also contribute to your closing costs, which is $25,000. Let's negotiate with the seller. It's my job to save you money, and I'm going to ask the seller to contribute $2,500 towards your closing costs. So again, you're going to need $16,000 to purchase the home, and then your assistance comes to about $12,500, and so the difference you need is $3,500. So let me give you an example of what you can buy in Prince George's County and how much it'll cost you using the My Home program. So we're looking at 3909 Chapel Forge Drive in Bowie, currently for sale for $219,900. You would need $3,848 to purchase this property. 308 Stevenson Lane in Hyattsville, right now for sale for $201,000, will cost you $3,517.50 out of pocket. 11809 Cherry Tree Crossing in Brandywine, currently selling for $257,000, would cost you $4,498 to purchase this property using the My Home program. 3981 Lotsford Vista Road in Bowie, selling for $295,000 would cost you $5,163 to purchase this property. This property would actually cost you more to rent it than to purchase it. And then take a look at 7304 Friendship Road in Clinton, selling for $149,900. It's a foreclosure. Would cost you about $2,623 cash to purchase this home. So this is how the program works. You meet with a lender. The lender tells you, hey, you're qualified for a $215,000 home. Your payment is $1,700 a month. Great. You can use any type of financing you like. FHA, VA. You can even use the FHA 203K rehab loan. You can use a conventional loan. Whatever loan fits you and your goals. Now, the My Home program, administered by Prince George's County, is going to require that you put a minimum contribution down. And we said already for Friendship Road here, the minimum contribution is $2,623. Everything else can be paid for on your behalf by My Home and a seller. Okay? But My Home is going to require that you bring 1.75% of the loan, of the sales price, as a minimum contribution. Now, residential properties are eligible. You can do a regular resale. You can purchase a foreclosure, a short sale. You can even purchase new construction or fixer-uppers, and we have financing for fixer-uppers. Condos are accepted. Townhomes. You can purchase a single-family detached home. You can also purchase a 4-unit apartment building. If you decide that you want to live in one unit and rent out the other 3, you can do that. Now, there are 2 types of My Home programs. There's the general My Home, and then there's the My Home 2. So let's get into the My Home 1. Up to 5% of this purchase price will be given to you by Prince George's County in a form of a loan. You won't be required to make any payments on that loan as long as you're in the home for 10 years. The entire county is eligible, and they have purchase price limits. So you can't purchase more than a $295,000 home. Or if it's new construction, your cap is $370,000. Now, there are income limits depending on the size of your household. If you're a single person, you can't make more than $60,000 to use this assistance. Okay, and the income limits go up as your household size goes up or increases. Now, if you make too much money for the My Home 1, you could always use the My Home 2 program. The income limits are much higher. For a person, a single person, you can now make $90,150, and that's what makes the 2 very different. However, there are different restrictions using the My Home 2. One is you can only purchase in certain zip codes: Lanham, Riverdale, Capitol Heights, Fort Washington, Oxon Hill, Suitland, District Heights, Temple Hills, Upper Marlboro, and Hyattsville. Now, also the difference between the My Home 1 and 2 is My Home 2 is just going to give you a flat out $20,000 no matter what the sales price is. Don't forget, you still have to have a minimum contribution of 1.75%. However, that $20,000 is going to go a long way. Now, this time, though, with the My Home 2 program, the loan has to be repaid when you sell the home, be it 5, 10, 15 years from now. When you sell that home, that $20,000 has to be repaid. You don't have to make any payments on it, but that loan has to be repaid. Again, there's no cap on the sales price. Oh, actually, I don't think I mentioned that. So you can buy a home in any sales price as long as it's in one of these cities or one of these zip codes. You can purchase. Doesn't matter what the sales price is. You just have to be able to qualify for it and qualify for the payments. Another restriction is the house has to stay as a primary residence. You can never use that property as an investment property. If you do want to move, you'd have to sell the property. Okay, so you have to be approved for a mortgage through a qualified lender to use the My Home program, and we can introduce you to one of those lenders. So the next best step now is to leave your contact information with us, and we'll get right back to you shortly to start the process.